Good morning. My name is Kaz. Welcome to my mind and body class this morning. I'm here at Christ Church University. We do loads of other classes during the week with our parks. And it's going to be very yoga based this morning. So mind and body, like yoga has loads of different meanings and mind and body is one of them. So we're going to do a little bit of meditation at the start as well. Just try and clear our minds. I want you to forget all the stress. It's all going to leave you. Right. If you sit down in your half lotus position, none of us need socks on. Take your socks. I love that you've turned your cameras on. It's really nice. I think it makes it feel like a nice little community. That's what I miss about live classes. So if we just sit down in our half lotus. So this is a nice easy pose. Or if we're feeling super flexible today, we can have one foot up and the other foot up. Or just one foot. Or just nice crossed legs. I just want you to relax your hands on your thighs. And I want you to close your eyes. So I want you to really think about everything you've got to do today. Have a little quick think. And now let it go. Forget it. Think of one colour for me. Keeping our eyes closed. Sitting in a nice, comfy half lotus position. Think of one colour. I use colours a lot in my classes because at the moment, we need positivity. I heard on the radio this morning, you only have to need positivity when something negative is going on. And there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, isn't there? It's stressful, it's worry, we don't need that. So just think of a really nice bright colour, keeping your eyes closed, hands relaxed. And I want you to associate that colour with a really happy thought, person, holiday, place you love going to. My going out is moving to the kitchen from the living room. They're my good places. Okay, all I want you to do is drop your right ear onto your right shoulder. Drop your right ear onto your right shoulder. Lift it up. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. Now you center yourself. Drop your head forward, chin on chest. Lift it up and look up to the ceiling. Look up to the ceiling. Open your eyes. Right, we're going to find our nice child's pose. So have your knees hip width apart. And I want you to rest your arms down by your side so that your palms are face up and your toes are in line with your hands are in line with your toes. And rest your head on the mat. That is our really nice natural child's pose. And just keep here chilled. Try and keep your eyes closed for as much as you can today, because then that thought that you thought at the beginning is all I want you to think about. And that'll stay with you. Reach your right hand all the way to the front and your left hand all the way to the front. And I want you to try and walk your fingers as far forward as you can, not lifting any of your body, but really pulling on those shoulders, stretching those sides, those obliques, those love handles. Oh, that's nice. And we are going to come up into our cow pose. So, shoulders over wrists. Lift your head facing forward. And push your tummy in, push your tummy in, push your tummy down. I'm going to take it into a cat pose. I want you to really, really stretch. So you push your bottom down and you lift your back as high to the ceiling as you can. I want you to step back into your downward dog. Nice. So our downward dog, we need to make sure that we have like a really nice, long, strong back. So really stretch those arms forward. Push your head and your chest into your thighs. So that's going to pull on our hamstrings. And then I want you to try and take your heels down as well. So there's a really big hamstring stretch. So we can pull it up again and really push down as deep as you possibly can into those heels. Try and push that chest as close to your thighs as you can. Now walk your feet out. By that, I mean heel down, heel up, heel down, heel up. Now, come down to your child's pose, down to your child's pose, your extended child's pose, and then we are going to striking our cobra forward. So all we're going to do is we're going to bring our weight over, shoulders over wrists, and we're going to come up to our upward facing dog. So with the upward facing dog, what I want you to try and do is have your thighs off the floor. Yeah. So an actual upward facing dog is here. So you just have the flat of your foot or the top of your foot on the floor. So we squeeze our bum cheeks, squeeze your glutes, lift your thigh, squeeze your tummy. That is your real upward facing dog move. Yeah. Okay. If it's too much on your shoulders, on your wrists, then you can keep your thighs down. Sit back in your child's pose, your extended child's pose, and then push back into your downward dog. Push back into your downward dog. Let's see if we can walk those feet out even more. How close can we get our heel to the floor? Heel to the floor. Walk it up. This time we are going to come into our bear pose. So our bear pose, from our downward dog, you're going to just come down. Knees don't touch the floor. Stay here. And push up into your downward dog. If that's too much on your shoulders, on your wrists, the option that I gave you at the beginning, so you can stay in your child's pose and then you come up to your upward facing dog with your knees on the floor. Yeah? If you're feeling strong, and it just depends on how your body's letting you feel today. Yeah? It doesn't mean you're any fitter or any more flexible or whatever. Just do what your body's telling you this morning. So push back into your downward dog. Back into our bear. And push up into your upward facing dog. Nice. Thighs off if we can. Push back into your downward facing dog. One more time. We come down to our bear. Knees don't touch the floor. Push up to your upward facing dog. Hold it. Nice. Back to your downward dog. Walk your feet in behind your hands. We're going to do our sun salutations. This is basically to get the blood flowing around the body. I want you to rise up into your extended mountain pose, fingertips to the ceiling. We're going to dive, and we're going to focus on our folds today as well. So you're going to dive into a fold, and all I want you to do, try and keep your legs straight. If you need a tiny little knee bend, that's fine. But what I want you to do is we've tipped from the hip. So I want you to try and get your knee as close to your nose, or your nose to your knee, sorry. And just keeping that fold. You can have your fingertips on the floor, bit of balance, or behind your calves, pulling yourself in a little bit. And a deep breath here. Our yoga breaths. In through our nose, out through our nose. Awesome. We're going to do the little dancey moves that we did last week. So all I want you to do, step back into your lunge. Your right foot goes back into a lunge. Then you're going to place your back foot out just a tiny little bit to the corner of your mat. And we're going to come into our warrior one. So we keep our knee over our ankle and we lift up to our warrior one. So keep your heels in line for our warrior one. We keep our hips and our chest facing that bent knee. Arms up high. This back foot is off to a 5-2 or a 5 past. If you're on your left foot, doesn't matter. Hold it. Deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Then we're going to change into our warrior two. So all we do is we turn that back foot out just a little bit more. So it's almost to a 1/4-2. We turn our hips and our chest to face the side. And we keep our arms nice and wide. Any warrior position has your knee bent. We're going to take it into a sun warrior. So we keep that front leg bent. And all I want you to do is turn that front palm up and lift it over your head. Take your back arm and run it all the way down your back leg. So here's our sun warrior. Now we are going to take this into our warrior three. All I want you to do is come back into your warrior two. And you are going to lift that back leg up. Sweep your back arm under. Facing forward. Bring that back leg up. There is our warrior three. This does require balance. If you've got none this morning, keep that back foot toe down. There could be our warrior three. Hands to the floor. We're going to do a split stance. All I want you to do is bring your back leg up. Bring it up as high as you can, keeping your hips facing the floor. And you're going to step back into a lunge. Take your other leg back into a plank. Push back into your downward dog. Roll through to your plank again. Knees down. Squeeze yourself down into your crocodile. And we come up for our baby cobra. Chest up, eye gaze forward. And we push back into our downward dog. We walk our feet forward. We keep that fold. Stay in that fold. See if you can get your nose any closer to your knees. Draw it up into our extended mountain pose. So we're going to do this a few times. So we're all going to get it. Get ready to dive. Dive into your fold. You've dived into your fold. We've tipped from the hips. We're going to try and get our nose as close to our knees as possible. Hands to the floor. Step back into your lunge on a different foot this time. Left foot if you're with me. Nice lunge. Turn that back foot out just a little bit to a 5-2. Bring yourself up for your warrior one. Oh, there we go. Keeping that front leg bent. Get ready to turn into our warrior two. Into our warrior two. Keeping that front leg bent. We turn that back leg out just a little bit. Ready for our sun warrior. Turn your palm up and reach. Push that back leg all the way down the thigh. Eye gaze up. Ready for our warrior three. All we do is we bring ourselves forward. Take our back leg up. Sweep our arm under. And there is your warrior three. Yeah, remember what I said. If it's here, that's fine. Watch your balance. Hands to the floor into our split stance. So knees in line and then push your leg up as much as you can. Oh. Keeping our hips to the floor. Step back into a lunge. Other leg back into our plank. Push back to your downward dog. Roll through to your plank. I want you to lower yourself down as slowly as possible and lift up. Chest, eye gaze forward. Just here, push up to our upward facing dog. Remember what I said, if we can lift our knees and thighs off the floor. Nice. Push back to your downward dog and walk your feet in. Are we ready? I'm going to try and do a little bit quicker with a few less words. Squeeze your fold. Squeeze your fold. Hang your head heavy. Reach on up. Extend your mountain. Dive. Squeeze your fold. Back to your lunge. Right foot, other foot. Back foot out. Into our warrior one. Into our warrior two. Into our sun warrior. Into our warrior three. Down into our split stance. Push it back into our lunge, into our plank, into our downward dog. Roll through back to your plank. Knees down, squeeze. Ready for our upward facing dog. Lift up high. Push back, downward dog. Walk your feet forward. One more time. Squeeze your fold. Can we get our nose even closer to our knees? Squeeze that fold. Hang your head heavy. It's looking good. It's looking good. A little bit quicker this time. We ready? Rise. Extend your mountain, fingertips to the ceiling. Dive. Fold. Hands to the floor. Step back into your lunge. The other foot, we've done it twice on both feet now. Warrior one. Keep that front leg bent. Warrior two. Sun warrior. Yes. Warrior three. Show me that transition. Slow, steady. Warrior three. Woo! Split stance. Try and get those hips to face the floor. Leg up as high as you can. Back into our lunge. Back to our plank. Push into our downward dog. Roll through. Knees. Squeeze those elbows and push up. Upward facing dog. Thighs off the floor if we can. Nice. Sit back into your child's pose. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do some twists. So, hopefully we all should feel warm. I do. Blood's running. We're feeling warm. So, all I want you to do, come up onto your knees. Take your right leg forward into a kneeling lunge. Yeah? Then what you're going to do, you're going to take your left elbow onto your right knee. So we want to try and make sure that our knee is just over our ankle, not right over or back here. Woo. Focus on something still. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's try and push those hands into your heart center so that we bring our chest even further around to the side. So you can see that front leg. That's the leg you can see. Then we're going to open our hearts out. Open your hearts out. Lift your arms out wide. Your option here, curl your toes under at the back and lift your knee up. There's an option. That's an option. It's not a must. Come back to your knee. Hands either side of that front leg. And we're going to try a hamstring stretch. So all I want you to do, shift your weight back. Shift your weight back and bring your toes to the ceiling. Yeah? So how far can we sit back? Maybe all the way, maybe a little bit. See what your body can do. But try and keep your chest facing forward, your hips facing forward. This should not feel uncomfortable. It's a challenge, but it shouldn't feel uncomfortable. We go back into our lunge. We ready? Left elbow onto that right knee. Hands to your heart center. Push those hands directly in front of your chest. Open them out. Open your heart. We ready? Your option, bring your knee up. That is your option at the back. Nice. One more time for that hamstring stretch. Could we get a little bit closer to the floor? Maybe, maybe not. Toes up high. Where can we go? Oh, this feels quite nice. Awesome. Now, all I want you to do is bring that back leg, so that bent knee, and tuck it underneath. So that front leg, all we're doing is keeping it on top of that back leg. Yeah? Very nice. Very nice. If this is uncomfortable, cross legs are absolutely fine. We're still keeping the twist motion. So all I want you to do is take hold of your knee. Hug your knee into your chest. If you do it the other way, if you're pregnant, that's absolutely fine. If you're not pregnant, you've done it the other way, you're still getting in a twist. But what I want you to try and do is hug your knee into your chest. Yeah? So rather than sort of watch, because I'm all in black today, so it's a little bit more difficult to see with all my tangled legs. Listen to what I've said. So you hug your knee right into your chest. You're going to lift your chest up high and you're going to turn to face the back. Take that back arm round and anchor yourself round a little bit further. We lever ourselves round. Using that back hand, lift your chest up. Remember our yoga breath. In through our nose, out through our nose. Squeeze. One more deep breath. So you lift and inflate those lungs. They're really big. Then you're going to let it all go and you're going to squeeze your chest even further round. Nice. Now, we're going to do our lunge on the other leg. So, left leg, or if you think, oh, I did it on that side before, I'll do it on the other side. Yeah? There's no right or wrong. I am here to direct you rather than boss you about. So, left knee over your ankle. There's our lunge. Right elbow onto our left knee. Hands to your heart center. And push that knee away at the front, but don't push it so it's twisting round and you're pulling and you're twisting your knee. What I really want you to do is turn that chest even further to the side, yeah? There we go. Remember your options here. Open your heart center. If this takes your balance away, go back to your heart center. And your option, curl your toes, lift it up. There is your option. That's not for you. It's not what your body's letting you do today. Come back down into our hamstring stretch. So all we do is we sit back on our bottoms. What can we do? Challenge yourself. Could we go all the way back? Maybe. We want to feel a stretch on our hamstring. If this is where you're at and you've got a really nice weight, that's fine. As long as you can feel a little stretch under your knee. That's all I want to see. I have hypermobility, so my joints really stretch far too much. I'm going to pay for it when I'm in my 80s. Come forward, back into your lunge. Knee over your ankle. Right elbow goes onto your left knee. Hands to your heart center. Curl your toes, lift it up. Open your hearts. These are all the options you can do. Sit back, push back into your hamstring stretch. One more time. Nice. Now remember, bring that back leg in underneath. Back leg in underneath. And remember, if we're sitting in here in our half lotus, because this is a lot more comfortable, we're still doing our twist. So you would hold on to your knee and you'd bring it in here. That is our option. But if you're here with me, yeah, because you are flexible too, grab your knee and hold it in. Hug it in. Lift your chest up. Turn to face the back. Take that hand all the way around to the back. Lever yourself around. Use your breath here. Lift it up, that chest high. Let it all out and push yourself around a little bit more. You should feel this in your glutes. Not sure what they are? Your bum cheeks. There should be a nice long stretch there. A twist in our obliques. There are love handles. Come round and you're going to sit into your cross legs. Here we're going to do a little bit of meditation this morning. So where we were at the beginning, in our half lotus, quite nice, easy cross legs. This should not feel uncomfortable or a challenge at all. Have your hands, palms facing up. And I just want you to close your eyes here for me. Close your eyes. So hopefully, because we've been focusing on all the different moves, what she said, yeah, I've done that, yeah. We haven't been thinking about anything else. And if we have, we've gone back to that colour, that favourite place. If we weren't there, I want you to find it now. And it should bring a smile to your face. If your favourite colour is red, I would associate that with warmth. And then I would picture myself on a beach. Oh, this time a couple of years ago, I was in the Philippines. That's where I am right now. I don't want you to think about anything else. We can't do anything right now because we're here. So don't think about anything else right now, apart from your happy place. And I can't stress how important these moments are every single day, just a couple of minutes to yourself, especially at the moment. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't have a worry right now. But we're not thinking about that. We've let it go. We're thinking about our happy place. Take a really deep breath in. Lift up your chest. Keep your eyes forward. Open them. Let your breath out. Sink down. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week. Namaste.